Hi, everybody. It's Mary Ellen from Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest. It's Friday, and so my schedule's been kind of off with Emmy's 3c's here in person because last Friday we had coffee with Screaming Sugar to celebrate Halloween. And so that was on an off week. And so this would be my normal on week for in person, but because we own the business that's getting busy, I will be online and I just want to get back on a regular schedule. So, hey, I'm surprising you with a coffee class. Maybe you'll watch it later. That's fine. So, I'll be online. I'm going to try to go online through November into the start of December, and then we'll try to get together after we get through this crazy time here, and we'll have a Christmas creativity event for Friday morning. So chime in and let me know if you're watching. If I'm on my page, I'm telling you, the last live I did on Tuesday, I was so tired that I didn't even show you some of the cards that I wanted to show you. I got done and I'm like, wait, what happened? So chime in. Let's chat a little bit before we go on to the project. So if you know me at all, you know it's Emmy's 3C's means coffee. I've got my coffee right here. It means cookies, and let me show you the cookies. It also means computer right now. Normally it would mean, well, it's going to be a card too. So, but let me show you my cookies. So you're going to be like, really, seriously? Like you're a baker, but I love these cookies. And so these are shortbread cookie they only sell wholesale. You cannot find them anywhere, but they are delicious. So we find them at we have GFS here, which is Gordon Food Services. I don't know if that's all over the country. I'm not sure, but they're really hard to find. They sell one with chocolate chips in it. No, don't get them. I mean, I love chocolate chips, don't get me wrong, but these plain ones are the classic shortbread. They're one of my favorite cookies. I love shortbread cookies. So the other day, my son had to go to GFS to get some barbecue sauce for our barbecue here, and he said, "Mom, they had two." I go, well, "Did you get them both?" He goes, "No." I go, what are you thinking? We can't ever find them. So these are my favorite cookie, classic shortbread. They're from I Love Sweets. I looked them up online because I thought, well, maybe I can get them. Well, no, they're only wholesale. So anyway, that's my favorite cookie. So I want to share with you today, we've got some online exclusives. I talked to you a little bit about them on Tuesday that are coming out here on the 7th. So next week, get ready because they are so amazing. And I only have a few of what's going to be offered. But this is the one that I'm going to share today, Garden Meadow. It's the Meandering Meadow Suite Collection. So let me show you what's in the Suite Collection. This cute. I know we're getting into Christmas, but I love all things like gardening and spring and flowers. And so this one is very attractive to me. But look at all these dies. I mean, not only does it cut out the images here, but you've got like this little stitched arch that stitches both the negative and the positive side. So then two dies to cut out the little gate, and then some different grasses and bushes and greenery, and then of course the dies that cut out the little images. So absolutely love it. So what else comes in that suite is this beautiful paper, and I did share this paper on Tuesday, but I love these papers that are very artistic. And so we're going to make a card today that takes the kind of paper that's either photorealistic, which means they've taken a photograph and turned it into paper, or this artistic paper where they've painted a picture and then they have put it on, it turned it into paper. It's gorgeous. I mean, both sides are gorgeous. So I'm just showing you some of the colors so you can get an idea of how gorgeous this paper is. I mean, absolutely beautiful. This card I'm going to make would be great with any of these paper. So what I like to do is I've been doing a lot, it seems like, because we've had a lot of this style, the All About Autumn, the open sleigh. I've been doing a lot of cards that feature the designer series paper. And again, I'm going to show an offset gatefold card today that just highlights this paper. The other two things that are in the suite is this pecan pie center stripe ribbon. Super, super cute. We'll try to get that in on our card. And then these are called, let me get the other one out. They're called the adhesive back dragonflies and birds. So they're brass, they're little metal brass. Well, not metal, I guess they're just yeah. I know it's hard to tell. They're super thin. They're just a metallic kind of swallows and dragonflies. I love it. So let's go ahead and get started with the card, and I'm going to show you what you need. Let me take this off to make this offset gatefold card. So the instructions with the folds are up in the header of this video. Whether you're watching me on Facebook or you're watching me on YouTube, you can grab them from there. So I picked this piece of paper right here. You're going to need a piece card base that's 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to need some layers for the inside. So just the standard I'm using. This is Orchid Oasis. This is Highland Heather. Then basic white, just a layer for the inside. And then I cut a deckled circle. You could use a square, a rectangle. Oh, I got a little itchy nose. And then just a scrap paper for both stamping. I already I cut out the little boots. I'm going to use those little boots, and then the greeting. So that's all you're going to need for this. So let's start out with our folds. So on our 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, we're going to bring in our scoring tool right here, and we're going to score this at 1.5. We're going to get our cutting blade out of the way, score it at 1.5, and then we're going to score it at 5 3/4. 5 3/4. Okay. So then when we fold it, we're going to fold in. Here's our mountain. Here's our mountain fold here. We want to fold into our mountain. And again, into our mountain. And that's why it's called an offset gatefold. So you could have your card open this way, or you can turn it around and have it open this way. It's really entirely up to you. Okay, we'll just decide here in a minute. Then we're going to take our designer series paper. Here it is right here. And we're going to kind of try to cut a little bit of a scene. So first thing I'm going to do is cut this down, because we want this to be 5 1/4. And I've got an awful lot of sky here. So I feel comfortable just taking off that excess amount of sky. And then the piece that I want is 2.5 inches. So what I usually do is I kind of drop my gate, I'm going to call this a gate, down. And I'm thinking, oh, I kind of want to have this a little more centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off a little bit of this edge here. So then when I go to 2.5 inches, I've got this path right in the middle of my piece right here. So there's 5 1/4 by 2.5. Then I need one that is 1 1/4, and I am going to just cut off the piece that's next to it so they can kind of line up and create a scene. So we can use these on another card later. All right. So let me put this aside. We're done with that. So let me show you, kind of give you an idea of what that's going to look like once we put our paper on. So I've got my designer series paper right here, and then this one butts up against it on the next piece, and then that creates kind of a full scene when it's shut. Isn't that pretty? Just like that. Okay, and then the insides will go on the inside. So let's go ahead and bring in our scrap paper and our grid paper and our stamping pieces. So I've got the deckled circle, and I'm going to start with this wheelbarrow full of flowers. And if you don't like coloring, you're probably not going to want to watch me color today, because I've got I know my hands are frozen, but I'm going to keep inking up my stamp until they come back, and then I'm going to stamp. So you know that sometimes happens, but luckily you can still see me, and here I am. So I'm going to stamp my wheelbarrow onto my paper. I'm going to kind of go on the low side. I know I'm going to take off a little bit of the both sides with the deco circle that I chose, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. You know that it's there. And let me put the lid back on my ink. And then, like I said, I stamped the boots. So we're going to start with coloring the boots. And I like those traditional fun galoshes or, oh, what do they call these? Wallies? What? Wellies. I'm like, what do they call these? Wellies? So I'm going to color really quickly with my light Daffodil Delight. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with my dark Daffodil Delight and do my highlighting. Okay, so I'm using the nib end, and I know that this boot is overlapping the other one, so I'm going to run my dark right under there. I want to go across the top of my boot, and then to make my boot look like it's got some dimension round-wise, I'm going to go on either side here, and then here, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to finish off some of these the hole in the little strap. So now it kind of makes it, let me hold it up so you can see it. It makes it look like it's kind of dimensional, okay? You're going to have to take my word for it if you can't tell. Okay, then we're going to keep that here, and we're going to color our wheelbarrow and our flower. So I'm going to start with my light smoky slate, and I'm going to start coloring my handle of my wheelbarrow and the little legs, just like this. I'm just coloring in all the places that I see that would maybe be metal. These would be the metal pieces, and I love to use the grays when I'm doing metal. Anything that's metal, the grays work perfectly. I'm just trying to make sure I get all those spots filled in. Then I'm going to come back in with the dark smoky slate, and I'm going to do some of the highlights, the handle, and don't forget this one. This is the handle here. Okay, and then I'm going to come in, I start with this black and I'm going to extend it. So here's dark. So they've already got these dark places. I'm just extending them. Anything that's underneath is going to be dark, just like that. I'm going to extend out from my wheelbarrow, extend down, just like that. And then I am going to go ahead and color in the center of my wheel with the dark smoky slate. Okay, just like that. Now let's go ahead and go with the wheel. So I'm going to start with the light basic black, and I'm going to try to color this as carefully as I can, staying in the lines because we're not die cutting this out because I've got it right on my deco circle, right? So you're going to be like, whoa, that doesn't look light, but this is the light. And I love these blends, and I could be using my nib end for a little more control, and hopefully I won't make a fool out of myself by not. I'm gonna look up and see if I'm still on. Oh, I am still on. Woohoo. It's my lucky day. All right, so then the dark I'm gonna take, whoa, I guess got a little aggressive there. I might have to go get another one. Let's see if I can, hold on. I did it. Okay, all right, now we're back. I'm going to take my dark and go in the places that I know are going to be dark because there's a metal rod here that's going to make this part dark. We're going to color some of this. Just gives the wheel, when you're looking at it, a little bit of dimension, okay? It just gives it a little bit of a 3D rounded look. Okay, don't stress over that. Just adding a little color makes it look better than anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and color our leaves. And I've got a couple blends here. I've got a dark lemon lime twist. I've got a dark granny apple green. And so I'm gonna go with my nib end. And I'm gonna start with the lemon lime twist. I'm gonna color all of my leaves with lemon lime twist, just like this. And it goes really fast. But using this technique with these two different colors is going to really make these leaves pop.
So I'm just going around and coloring. That's not a leaf. I almost colored the wheelbarrow green. But I'm going to make the wheelbarrow a kind of a non-traditional wheelbarrow color. I don't know what, if there is traditionals, maybe red would have been a good choice, but I'm not going to make it red. I'm going to make it Lost Lagoon. So now I'm going to come in with the darker one, and all I'm doing is coloring the little vein that's in the middle, but these blends are going to kind of blend out a little bit, and this is just going to make it pop just like that. But I'm also going to take this, I'm going to hit some of these colors here. Whoops. Okay, and then I'm going to hold it up for a minute because it doesn't look like you can really see it that great. Gonna hit some, get a little bit of greenery inside. So here's my wheelbarrow so far so that you can see it. I've just got some of the greenery. Now I'm gonna go in with my yellow, and I'm gonna take the Dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to color some of my flowers, not all of them. I'm just going to color some of them, just like this. Then I'm going to come back in, because my paper has just a little bit of the pink in it, I'm going to bring in the Melon Mambo. I kind of try to mimic, like here's the yellow, here's the little pink. I'm going to try to mimic some of those colors to bring those in to my, this is actually light, I can tell by the way it looks. Light Melon Mambo. I don't want to tell you wrong. And I'm going to color the rest of those big flowers with the light Melon Mambo. Okay, now we've got some wispy flowers, and I'm going to take the Highland Heather. This is the light Highland Heather, and I'm going to hit some of these here. And the reason I'm doing Highland Heathers, we've got a lot of Highland Heather in here. Remember I said I was going to mimic, I'm mimicking. I'm just making sure that I'm still on the camera. I'm mimicking the colors in my artist paper. And this is just basically lines and dots. All I'm doing is some lines and dots, not stressing about too much here, just bringing some color in, lines and dots. So here's my flowers. Okay, now it's time to color in my wheelbarrow. And so I'm going to start with the light Lost Lagoon. I'm going to just highlight where my wheelbarrow is all the way across, even if I can't see it. Like in here, you don't really see it, but you know it's there. And I'm going to go around all my leaves, just so that then I can color a little freer. I don't want to hit, and then my edges here. Then I can go in and do some quicker coloring. I could change to the other nib then too. Then I'm going to take my dark, and I'm going to hit my dark spots. I'm going to go back over the lip of my wheelbarrow. I'm going to go down under my leaves, because each of these leaves are going to create a shadow on my wheelbarrow, and that's what I'm doing with the dark. And then down here, I'm going to just add a little dark, just like that. And then I can come back in with the light and blend that out. But I think I'm going to leave all this just the way it is. Okay, now I'm not done coloring. I like to color. This makes me happy. I love all these colors. So see how it's kind of coming together? So the last thing I like to do is I like to have my things kind of grounded. So you'll see me use a light pool party, I hope this is light, yeah, light pool party blend a lot. And I come in and I'm going to put some color inside and around my wheelbarrow, and I do it kind of, I do a little bit of a shaky inky technique, and I like that it kind of it's adding color not only to my image, so that it's not just all white, but it also kind of makes it feel like it's not out in outer space. So it's kind of all in there. And then I'm going to come in to some of these white spaces in here and add a little blue. So it doesn't look like, oh, that's just some place you forgot to color. Like, let's just add a little bit of
Pool party, just like that. So see how that kind of grounds it? Now I could go even further and put a little bit of gray under there, but I'm going to be adding my boots. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to add a couple dimensionals and add my little wellies, my little galoshes here, because I just took them off, but you know, as I was done, I moved my wheelbarrow and then I put my galoshes here. I'm just telling a story now. All right, so then we've got to stamp our greeting, and I'm going to bring in the Orchid Oasis because we want to match our paper. And I am going to stamp I Can't Imagine Having a Better Friend just on my paper anywhere because I'm going to be cutting that out. And then while I have it, I'm going to stamp, I'm sending this to my friend, and all I'm doing is saying hello. So I'm going to take the stamp set hello, the stamp hello, and then I'm going to also stamp the, I think I have it here. I didn't get to use the little watering can on the front, so I'm going to stamp the little watering can right here. And while I'm doing my coloring, I'm going to go ahead and color. I'm going to use light smoky slate on my watering can. So I'm going to just color it all in light smoky slate for the inside of my card. Some people might say, oh, if I'm going to color that much, that's got to be just, you know, a card I'm going to send to someone special. I like to color. I really like to color. So let me know if you like to color. I enjoy coloring. I would do this pretty regularly. It's enjoyable to me. I know some people don't like to fussy cut, and then some people don't like to color, but I really enjoy coloring, and I hope you do too. And I hope if you don't, that you learn something from just watching the coloring and watching highlighting. I do a lot of, you know, light, I don't know, I learned it in school, I guess, I don't know. It's not like I've taken a special class. Some people take some special classes, but I just like to color. So there's my little greeting and my little watering can for the inside of my card. So let's go ahead and assemble that. We'll start doing assembling, and then I will go ahead and cut out my greeting. Or actually, I have one cut out. I just have to find it. We're going to put this right inside of our card. Hello. And then I have plenty of room to write my message to my friend. And then I can put on my papers right here to make my scene. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous paper. This paper is, it's artwork in itself. I mean, you have pattern paper and stuff, but this paper is just amazing. And like I said, it's going to be available on November the 7th. So there's the base of our card right there. So I do have, I did stamp this and I did cut it out. So I'm just going to use this one for sake of time. And we're going to decide how we want our card. So this is going to be here. I think I'll glue it to the right side of my card. I'll add that there, but I think I want to use a little bit of that pecan ribbon. So let me get a little bit of adhesive only on my right side. I want to make sure I'm only have it on the right side. And I'm not putting it down yet because I'm trying to decide, do I want my ribbon under there, or I think I might want my ribbon under the whole part here. I've been doing that a lot lately and I kind of like it. Let's see. I'm gonna come back. I've just got my adhesive. Well, this ribbon is nice for this technique because it's nice and light. And then I'm gonna come back up just like that. Okay, then I'm gonna bring in my scissors, give it a snip.
I want to snip this one on an angle. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, because I decided to add the ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensionals. And again, I got to make sure I'm working only on this right side. So I see adhesive here, so I think I'm comfortable. I'm going to put that there to hold that down. Okay, so let's take this off. Okay, yeah, we can get rid of this. Okay, so we've got our ribbon, pretty gorgeous ribbon. Okay, and then I've got dimensionals on here. I might not have put dimensionals on it had I thought ahead, but that's okay. And then I just want to make sure this dimensional stays on my card, because I don't want it to go over here, because if it comes out here, then my card's going to be attached, and we don't want that. So let's bring in our embellishments. Last thing, do we want to put bird or do we want to put some swallows? I like the idea of the swallows. I love this card here, so I think I'm going to bring in a swallow coming down here, just like this. And I've got the other birds coming in from the other direction. I'm going to keep them high in the sky so you can see them, just like that. Okay, and there's our card. So I can't imagine having a better friend. Hello. Okay, so what do you think about that? But I'm not, don't go away, because I want to show you the cards. I want to show you, I got to have a little drink of coffee. I want to show you the cards that I didn't show you the other day. Goodness gracious. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Okay. All right, so I was showing you Fluffiest Friends. So here's some cards I made using the Fluffiest Friends stamp set. But I'm totally in love with this little honey hive, beehive, and the dies that go with it. They're totally gorgeous. And let me show you a little, I'll tell you what I did here. So to get that beehive to look like that, I used my dark Daffodil Delight blend and blended the circle. Then I used the light and I went over all the lines, and it looked messy, but it soaked into this crushed curry, and what it did was it just brought those lines to life. So I did the same thing on this card. You can see it maybe a little bit better. So I did a one that was in landscape and one that was in the horizontal, one portrait and one in landscape. So you could see the difference on those. So you can see it a little more clearly here, just how to highlight that honeycomb, and then just makes it pop. So these are two different colors. One's got a dark, one's a dark grizzly bear, and then one's a lighter bear. So I did those two. Then I did this fun little, remember I talked to you about that little animal? There was a lot of talk on one of the groups about what is this animal? And so we've decided that this animal is a hamster. People have guinea pigs. They said, nope, not the right ears. Nope, not the right face. So this is a little hamster, and he's saying happy birthday, hip hip hooray to you. The last one, and this is probably my favorite, is this little beaver, and he's so adorable. And he's created a little heart for you out of his twigs, and he says, I like you. And he's just got his little twigs here. I could maybe have colored those red and made him pop more, but I just felt like the more natural look on him was cute. And he's really a treat to color. So I just wanted to show you those different cards, because I totally spaced out on Tuesday and totally missed them. So thank you so much for joining me today for coffee class. It was impromptu. I didn't let anyone know. I just popped on here. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks. I think that's going to be opening day of First Shotgun. I've done it before. I think I can do it again. It's always kind of fun because the trucks start coming by. I've got a big window here right where
they start coming to unload deer. So you guys have a great day. Look for the measurements for the offset gatefold card up in the header or down if you're on YouTube watching it, down on the bottom. If you do not subscribe to my YouTube channel, I please ask that you subscribe. If you're watching it on Facebook, run up to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build that up just a little bit, and I appreciate the favor of that. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.